Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We're back with another episode of Cloudy Thoughts. And today we are going to be talking about the main vocal point that we're going to be talking about today is that one is a million. And what I mean by that is when you post like a video or like when you post in like any content or putting anything out into the world, like if you get just one person or like two people or five people, okay, let's say you get five people to engage with whatever creative thing you put out into the world. Okay, that's 5 million. It's not just five views, you know what I'm saying? Like that's something that I've truly been learning to look at like for myself is like, okay, yes, I may get a video that gets like 5 or 10 views, but it's like, okay, if that does happen, it's 10 million, it's 5 million, you know what I'm saying? Cuz if it's not like 5 or 10 million right now, I can guarantee you if I as long as I'm going to stay consistent at this thing, it's going to be 10 million, it's going to be 5 million, it's going to be these big numbers. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just how passionate and determined I am to make it out and make it work out. Because I truly love this shit. You know what I'm saying? If you keep circling around to whatever thing that you're so passionate about that you just keep always find yourself reminiscing on and like doing creative things and putting it out to the world, like keep doing it. Like don't let the hate or whatever like outside influence deter like veer your path off into something different because you feel the pressure. Like keep at it, keep going. Like these are all things that I'm like speaking to the camera, but like yes, I'm telling myself this because I need to really hear this, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I feel like I'm not like as dialed in as I should be. But like the more that you show up every day, the more that you constantly tell yourself all these positive things, like eventually your brain will reprogram. And like that's what I'm truly trying to do with the Cloudy Thought series. Like every Cloudy Thought video I make, I'm generally trying to reprogram my mind and tell myself all the positive things that I need to have a good rest of my week, or and just have a good foundation so I don't allow myself to slip back into my old ways. That's really all it is. It's like a check-in with me to you in a way to like check in with our older selves, you know what I'm saying? So that's what we're gonna do here today. Okay. So the next thing that like I'm kind of want to like try to reference this, but like I think I've kind of like brushed past it, but I'm still gonna read exactly what I said, just so you can really understand like what was going through my mind. I said one is a million. So like when you get it, oh let me hold on, let me slow down, let me slow down. I said one is a million. So when you see a video you post of some, I can't even read right now. Hold on, bro. Let me lock in. Let me lock in. I honestly feel like I kind of wrote this wrong, but I think what I was trying to say is like when you, like I literally said it already, but I just wanted to read it over again. But I'm gonna go on to the next one because I was stuttering like shit. But the next point that I was trying to make was like you need to stay consistent, right? Because like if you don't stay consistent through the time of you like posting all these videos, like how are you gonna know that? How are you gonna even get to see like what's like how are you gonna even get to see like the glory and like the fame that you feel like you truly deserve if you're not willing to stay consistent? And like then like how are you gonna let your younger self down? Like you're like your inner child, like he's like, damn nigga, you really just stopped right there, you didn't even give us ourselves a chance, my nigga. Like you can't do that. Like you gotta just keep going, you gotta keep staying at it, you gotta keep like freaking digging, bro. Like you know that like one like quote, it's like a lot of people stop right before they get to the goal or right before they get to that top level of stardom that they're trying to achieve in whatever craft it is. And it's like you don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy, you know what I'm saying? I want to be the person that kept going and that was able to like receive the fruits from their labor. Like that's the whole goal within whatever said thing that you're chasing after. It's to stay after it so you can receive the the goal that you were destined when you first started, when you first stepped on the court. You know what I'm saying? You want to get that ring that God gave you as soon as you stepped on the court. You know what I'm saying? You already had the ring then. You just have to show up every day, and then after that, you got to the championship, and then you got the ring. You know what I'm saying? So just keep showing up. That's really what I'm trying to say. And then like another point that I was trying to make was like when you're staying at it and you notice like okay you're getting hate, like okay, because like no matter what you're doing in whatever thing, like as long as you're like as long if like you're gonna get some type of like projection of like of hate, is as long as you're like a public figure or of some sort, right? Or just being around, like, you know what I'm saying? As long as you have influence of people, like, you're going to get some type of like, there's gonna be somebody who's not gonna like what you're doing, and that's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? Even if they don't say it, but like, okay, when you have that happen, like, be okay with being an alchemist, like that. Like, be okay with transmitting that energy into something positive, like the alchemist you are, because it's like we've all done it before. You know what I'm saying? You could probably point out at least one situation in your life when you're like, that person didn't like what I'm doing, but I'm still gonna do it anyways. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's like your parents told you like to not like do something as a baby or a child or something, and you still did it anyways at one time just to learn. You know what I'm saying? But it's like that's just how like things are. Like we are like as human beings, we do have this instinctive alchemist in us, but we sometimes like we find ourselves like veering off that path. So like just be more aware of when you do that thing, and when you be like when you're channeling that energy and turning that bad energy into positive, like how you do it and how can you stay on that ball, if that makes any sense. Damn, I don't even know what else to say. I feel like I said everything that I needed to say, but we're going to still double back to what I had written. But let's see. Oh, I said like to really like close this out, I'm gonna say this. I said like I said be open to the change, be open to the success, and be open to the new versions of yourself that are brewing up in the pot. You got this. Cause like, look, like there's so much new opportunity, there's so much new waiting, like that we're constantly working on. If you're really like digging at if you're really digging at like being like the best version of yourself every day, like there's constantly like that new waiting on you, like that, like everything that you're working on, it's right there waiting, bro. Just keep going, because it's like if you stop, it's like, dang, how are you going to get there? Like, you can't stop. You gotta believe in yourself and say that you got this, because that's what I do. And then at the end of that, I wrote, now it's game on, and I put some lines underneath of it and shit, because it is game on. Like, you gotta really like, now it's like, it's game time. Let's ball. Let's move. Like, let's really get to it. Like, don't let like it. We're not in the season of like holding ourselves back. We're not in the season of like just dwelling on shit that we can't control. We're in the present. We're in everything that we're like destined. We're in with our higher selves already, you know what I'm saying? But you have to meet that time halfway, you know what I'm saying? That time is happening. I believe time is like overlapped. Like the version of ourselves is happening right now, you know what I'm saying? Because we go through that same, like we're going through the same months that he's going to go through, but it's in a different like multiverse as we're like living, if that makes any sense. So like just keep working to meet that version of yourself halfway, you know what I'm saying? Because it's already here. Like that's why you feel that you need to do all these things. That's why you feel like, oh, I have to keep working at this, because it's like you can feel and you've had all the visions that, oh shit, yeah, I can see myself being an athlete. Oh shit, I can see myself being like a actor, actress, or whatever the case may be. You can see yourself doing all these things because it's already happened. The time is in the now, but it's like you still have to meet that time halfway. So keep going, keep digging, and you're gonna get the job done. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the passion is that you see it. So keep going and just keep meeting it halfway, man. Make a vision board. Do whatever you got to do to get the job done, because that's what I've learned for myself. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I made a vision board at the beginning of the year, and slowly but surely, I could see, I've seen the visions of it happening. So it's like, I'm not even worried. I'm not stressing. You know what I'm saying? We're just going to keep digging and keep going and meeting the opportunity halfway, because it already done happen. And that's that. So if you enjoyed this video today, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, drop the subscribe or follow, whatever you're watching this on, and join the pit crew. You know what I'm saying? Because The pit crew is like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I call y'all, you know what I'm saying? The pit crew is where we come back together, you know what I'm saying? We retune up the engine, you know what I'm saying? We go back and we run our own race at our own pace, you know what I'm saying? Because you may be moving faster than the other person, and the other person may be moving faster than you or slower than you, but that doesn't deteriorate them from living and running their race, because everybody's in their own race. Everybody got their own course. Everybody racetrack look different, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of what I mean when I say that. So just keep doing you, and just keep staying on your course. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much it. And I hope y'all enjoyed. And we out of here. And I got some new music dropping soon. I'm still got to figure out the date and exactly. I think maybe I could drop it next Tuesday on the 29th of this month. We could do that. I think I could do that. Yeah, we're gonna drop some new song on the 29th of this month. Be on the lookout. Yeah. We out of here, y'all. Y'all be smooth.